we're obviously finished camp and we're in game week. And the good thing about where we are right now, I think we're as relatively healthy as we need to be. We got a couple guys dinged up, but I believe everybody in the top 44 should be ready to play hopefully by Sunday. And we've had good preparation. We got a big challenge ahead of us, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Coach, has there been any more clarity on the quarterback position?
Yeah, I'm clear, but you'll find out on Sunday.
Speaking of quarterbacks, how much has Derek Ponder progressed since last season?
He's a lot better. He's a little bit lot more confident player. He has a greater grasp of the offense, and actually he's had a really good camp. It's been a heck of a competition between Jalen and Derek, and also Quincy, who has had a really fine camp. Also, the other freshman. So all three of those guys have had good camps, and they all seem to have a good grasp of the offense. And we're looking forward to see how they play on Sunday.
Coach, is it possible that, depending on whoever is the starter, that there could be another quarterback playing at the same?
Possibility, yes. Yes.
Coach, when you look at both those guys, what's the skill set for both those guys?
Well, Jalen's a dynamic player. Jalen's a runner. Jalen with the ball in his hand is like a skilled receiver or running back. He throws the intermediate ball well. He throws the short game well. Derek is a guy that, with the ball in his hands, he's going to get you a first down. He's not going to break the long runs like Jalen. But Derek has a great touch on the deep ball, throws the intermediate ball well, and also throws all the short game well. So they have different skill sets, but there's no question in my mind that whoever is in the game for us, we can have success with them offensively. Because the bottom line is, in the game, you want to make first downs. You want to, everybody wants to see the flash and the dash, but I want them to hold on to the ball as much as they can, and also score points, and allow the defense to have some time for recovery while they're on the sidelines.
You mentioned how you were clear on the quarterback situation. Have you told the guys what the plan is?
Yeah, they know. The quarterbacks know what the plan is. Yes, sir.
Is this something good to have, Coach, two quarterbacks as good as these two guys are?
Well, if something happens, you're not afraid to put the other one in the game, and you're not holding on nervous about what the offense is going to look like when he's in the game. They do different things. Jalen is, if you have him in the game, him and Quincy, you're going to have a little bit more quarterback run than you're going to have with Derek. Derek is going to do some quarterback runs, the things that he can do physically. Jalen and Quincy, they can run the power read, they can run the zone read, they can run the RPO run game. Derek is a good RPO run game guy. And they all bring something to the table that can help us be successful moving the football.
For a guy like Jalen, and I guess for Quincy too, how have they taken to the playbook knowing that they're coming into a new system? They're not
as far along in depth of the playbook as Derek is, but they have a good grasp of what they need to have in order to help us matriculate the ball down the field during the game.
Do you think having Jalen here has made Derek kind of step it up a bit so far?
I think it's made all of us better. I think it's made other guys on offense better. I think it's having knowing that we have some guys that can win. I think it's made our defense better. The competition and our defense, seeing how both of them are performing, gives the defense more confidence. It's like when you go to a game, I always allude back when I was in college. We always thought we could win because Dan Marino was on the bus. When you have a guy on the bus that you think you can win with, it gives the whole team more confidence. So the defense can go out and play free. The special team guys can go out and play with some freedom, and the team goes out and play with confidence because they know you have an opportunity to score with the ball.
Other positions on offense, specifically the skill positions, like a running back, is it going to be more of one guy getting the majority of carries, or is it going to be more of a committee? We've
got too many guys that can play. You probably see three different backs during the course of the game. Obviously Jordan will be the starter, and then we'll have a couple other guys that'll come off and play in during the game. Yes, you'll see more of a committee type deal.
How important is, kind of the litmus test for this team going forward, this game this weekend, considering that, neutral site game in a big city going up, the Swag MEAC Challenge, the pomp and circumstance that comes with that?
Well, I'm not as concerned with the pomp and circumstances as I am with Bethune-Cookman, because we got a really good football team we're playing against. They got a good experience on offense. They got their quarterback back who got injured last year. They have a dynamic running back. Their receiving core, the guys can run. They have a defense that can fly around and strike you. So it's a challenge for us. We're playing against a really, really good football team. We're playing against a top 10 football team at our level. And so, anytime you line up against someone like that, it's a challenge for you. I think our kids are looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back on the practice field tomorrow and making our final things that we have to do in preparation and then going and play on Sunday.
Coach, speaking of the quarterback situation here, BCU has a really good defense. Their secondary is pretty good. They led the MEAC in interceptions last year. So what's the thoughts, kind of concerning that with the quarterbacks?
We're going to do what we do. The thing about football is, every week you're going to have somebody that's good as this or good at that. But the thing that you've got to be concerned about is executing what you do, is what I told the staff. The biggest thing I'm concerned about is us making sure that we can execute on offense, that we're flying around executing on defense, and that we do what we do. And and that we do what we do well. And if we do that well, it doesn't matter what the other team does, it matters what you do.
Is there something in particular you're looking to see from your team just throughout the years when it comes to week one, knowing it's the first time they really see someone else on the other side of the ball?
Well, yeah, just like I said earlier, I'm looking for us to be us, to go out and be frenetic and dynamic and running around on defense and hitting people and having fun, and on offense moving the ball down the field, getting first downs. Getting first downs and having an opportunity to get in the red zone and we'll get in position to score the football. Hopefully make some big plays on defense and turn the ball over and hopefully protect the ball on offense. Basic things that are germane to football you want to see in the first game, because it'll be a little jittery. It's first time guys out. We're going to have some guys who are young guys, who are freshmen, who have played. This will be the very first time they've ever played in a college football game. So, there'll be some things, some jitters there. But, the one thing about football, after that first hit, the jitters usually go away. Because you find out there's somebody on the other side of the line trying to hit you as hard as you're trying to hit them. So hopefully the things that we've been doing and the things that we implemented as we've gone through camp will lead us into being what I believe we can be as a football team, and I believe we can be a pretty good football team.
Do the players kind of recognize, the opportunity they have here going up against a good MEAC team, kind of how this could prepare them for the conference play down the road?
Yeah, they understand that every game is important, because we relate that to them every day. Every time you go out there, it's important. Every game's not a conference game, but every game is important because it's the next game and you want to win it. And if you're competitive, you don't want to lose any of them. So therefore, every single time that you line up, it's important to you. And if you love the game, it can't be any other way.
So y'all have some big non-conference games. Obviously, you're playing Bethune-Cookman week 1. You have Southern Heritage Classic. Then y'all playing in Indianapolis. I guess we kind of, look over the season at those non-conference matchups. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, every game, like I said earlier, every game is important. Every game is preparation for the next. And, we're playing against good competition. We leave Bethune, we got to go play South Alabama, so we've got to play up. We've got to play into the next subdivision. And then after that, we've got a rivalry game with Tennessee State up in the Southern Heritage Classic, which is always going to be a tough game. Tennessee State and Jackson State is a rivalry, and Tennessee State has gotten the best of Jackson State over the past 6 or 7 years. And, I know that our players will be looking forward to playing that. And then, we got to go do the Circle City Classic. So 4 games on the road is a tough deal, but we'll prepare for all of them the same way that we do every week. We'll get our guys ready to play in the kicking game. We'll get our guys ready to play on defense. We'll get our guys ready to play on offense, and then we'll go play the games.
Our Memphis station wants to know, what is it going to be like for you to play in Memphis?
What is it going to be like for me to play in Memphis? It's like it is every time I'm going up there. Tennessee State, it's a rivalry game. We want to beat Tennessee State. They want to beat us. So it'll be exciting to be up there and have an opportunity to play against them.
Remember when we talked a couple weeks ago, you said in addition to the quarterback battle, there were other position battles on the field. Did a lot of those kind of solve themselves, or there's still competition?
Yes, everything has kind of solved itself. We've got some new guys that are coming in that are going to fit into the offense and the defense to help us. And as I said earlier, some of those young guys that, you don't know how they're going to be. You recruit them, you think they're going to be good, and then you don't know until you get them on campus and get them in pads. And some of them have been really pleasant surprises for us. And you'll see, maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 of those guys, young guys, freshman guys, on the field next Sunday. And then the majority of the older guys that we recruited, you'll see them on the field Sunday also. So it's I'm looking forward to it, to see how everybody performs, because you don't know, you've been hitting each other for a few weeks, and now it's time. You really don't know until you go hit somebody else.
When it comes to those, first year guys, freshmen, is there any hesitation on your part to kind of throw them into the fire right away, or like how does it work, kind of working them into the depth chart and all that?
Oh well, some of them are second team. They're going to play. And they got to get out there, and they're going to play and get their nose bloodied, as we like to say in the game, and hopefully they'll play well.
I asked you day one some names that might impress you, especially young guys. You're talking about young guys now. Is there anybody that has separated themselves?
Yeah, there's a couple young guys. The running back Alexander, he's been good. The young linebacker KJ Arrington from Montgomery, Alabama. Those guys have been really, really good. And then the junior college guys, the transfer guys have been really good for us. Vance and Mouton and some of the other guys have shown up, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to perform against Bethune.